He survived 26 years as a marked man, dodging one Mexican Mafia death order after another, until the day a man dressed like a businessman walked up and ended it with a single shot. This is the life of Donald Littleman Ortiz. By age 11, he had his first arrest, stealing an 8-track tape deck during a robbery. At 12, he was found in a stolen Volkswagen, huffing solvent in the front seat. At 13, he robbed a woman at knife point. At 13, he got jumped into Whittier Barrio Locos. In 1981, he caught a manslaughter conviction and went to state prison. In 1986, while in LA County Jail, Ortiz was tasked with killing Mexican Mafia member Danny Kojak de Villa. De Villa died, and that kind of deed spoke louder than any oath. In 1989, at Pelican Bay State Prison, he went through a formal induction into La M. But power in that world is brittle. In the mid-1990s, federal agents quietly filmed a motel-room summit of Mexican Mafia members in the San Gabriel Valley. Ortiz's name came up, and the talk turned deathly serious. He was accused of disrespecting the organization. The room agreed on a green light. A plan was floated to kill him in a courthouse holding cell. The arrests that followed the surveillance stalled the hit, but the sentence hung over Ortiz from that day on. Defectors later whispered that Ortiz hadn't personally stabbed de Villa, that another inmate nicknamed Little Man, Tommy Moreno, had done it and Ortiz took credit. Even his own sponsor, Daniel Cuade Grajeda, had turned on him. Still, Ortiz was a prime suspect in several unsolved murders from the 1980s and 90s. But the green light remained. In the late 90s, on a Chino prison yard, he was beaten and stabbed. Even then, Ortiz refused to debrief and refused protective custody. He would live on the main line. For more than 2 decades, he threaded that needle. In 2001, he caught 13 years for a bait car sting, plus an additional 6 years for weapons inside prison. He paroled in 2019, pushing late 50s. He reunited with a woman he'd known since grade school and tried settling into a small apartment in Chino. He picked up a grand theft case that year and a public intoxication arrest in 2021. Still, the green light never expires, it only waits. On November 19th, 2021, just after dawn, the past caught up on Philadelphia Street. A man dressed like a businessman walked toward him. "Are you Donald?" he asked. When Ortiz answered, the man put a round into his head. The survivor of a 1990s death vote died on the sidewalk outside his own apartment. He was 59. Months later, 49-year-old Cesar Palomino was arrested for the hit ordered by La M. On a recorded jail call, a voice said, "If you eat a butterfly, you become a butterfly," a reference to the Mexican Mafia's butterfly symbol and the old promise that a killing makes you a member.